Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. Before we jump into SoColor Cult Eraser by Matrix, I just want to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Alyssa. I went to cosmetology school right after high school. Did anybody else here start their career young or go to cosmetology school right after high school? Yeah? Awesome. So right after cosmetology school, I hopped right into working behind the chair. So I only worked at 2 salons throughout my whole career. My manager, who was my hairstylist in high school, she had kind of helped me come to the realization that I could be successful in this career, and she hired me on. We worked together for a few years. She left and opened up her own space, and I wasn't quite ready to move on yet. I felt like I was still building up my clientele, but after a couple of years I realized I was pretty stagnant and that I wasn't growing at all. So the time came when I decided I'm going to move on. I'm going to move to her space. So I went and I joined up with her again, and I grew exponentially. So I was working my way to be a master stylist. Along that time, I was helping new hires to formulate color. I was helping them pick out products, and I loved that. I loved being able to help people figure out the best path for their clients. And so I started to teach a couple casual classes in the salon, and I even taught a casual class with my old friend from beauty school as well at her salon. At this point, I realized combining my two passions of customer service and education is what I need to do for my career. And this led me down a natural path of teaching outside of my salon and coming to you guys to teach with you and to share my information as much as I can with you. So that led me to Matrix. I've been using Matrix for about 7 years, and I have my roots down with them. I love this brand. I stand behind this brand. This brand stands behind me, and that's what makes me so excited to be here today to teach you about the new SoColor Cult Eraser, which is going to help make your lives so much easier when it comes to your clients that want to change up their fashion shades all the time. Okay, so we are here for our SoColor Cult demo. This is a color eraser that's made by Matrix. We have a swatch here that was colored with the SoColor Cult by Matrix in royal purple in their semi-permanent line. So this eraser can be used with semi-permanent, demi-permanent, and permanent, so oxidative and not oxidative dyes. It can be used from 5 to 60 minutes depending on what you're using it for. Today we're using it for a direct dye, so it can be used up to 30 minutes with deionized water. So here I have 2 ounces of deionized warm water that we're going to mix with this packet. So we're going to submerge the hair in the SoColor eraser. And I'm going to leave a little bit out so that we can see really what we started with, but you can already see it's taking some of that color out. Now the purples and the blues in the SoColor Cult semi-line all have a new type of dye in them called the BV2 technology. This is going to really help those colors last a long time, but while you're removing them, you may notice that they may appear like a little bit of a green hint. So don't be alarmed by that. It can just take a little bit longer to process. And then it lifts to a pastel enough tone that toning that out is really quite simple if you're left with that. Much easier to cancel out than this deep vibrant purple. So we're going to let this process for about 20 minutes. It can sit up to 30, so we're going to see what happens. We're about 5 minutes in, and you can see some of that green is coming out from that BV2 pigment. So we're going to let the ends kind of be submerged for the rest of the 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll see how they turn out. So this can even still go for another, 15 minutes. This has only been sitting for 15 minutes, and this product, the SoColor Cult Eraser, this can sit for up to 30 minutes with direct dyes. So we've already got, you can see at the 5-minute line, we've got this teal green color, which could have been expected from lifting out the purple from those BV2 dye molecules that are used. But down here, we're already lifting to a really nice blonde. So we'll let this sit a few more minutes and check back in. So this is the finished result. As you can see, we had our purple up here, which was the control. We have some of that green that's left in this mid-strand area. And then at the ends here, we actually got lifted to like a really perfect pure blonde tone. So you're pretty much back at your fresh start. So these were the final results of our SoColor Cult Eraser swatch. If you're impressed with the results, leave a comment below. I'm excited to hear what you say and try this out for yourself.